equilibrium. Now what is equilibrium? Look at this example. If there is one body here and this body is at rest and there is another body, this body is in motion. Now look carefully. If there are number of forces acting in both the cases, suppose here in first case force F1 is acting, F2 is acting, F3 is acting, alright. Number of forces are acting on a body at rest and still the forces are not able to move that body. That means the body continues to be in a state of rest, or in this situation also if number of forces are acting on the body was in motion, and even though many forces are acting on it, if the body continues its state of motion, then both the bodies are said to be in equilibrium. And we can classify it in first case, if the body is in rest and number of forces are acting on it and still the body is not moving, it is continuing its state of rest, then we call it static equilibrium. Static equilibrium. In second one, case 2, when the body is in motion and even though many forces are acting on it, it is continuing its state of motion, then we call it dynamic equilibrium. Example of first case you can take, suppose this duster is here. If I am applying one force from this side, another force from this side, I am pushing it from both ends. From both sides, both the forces are cancelling out each other and still the duster is in state of rest. It is not moving, it is continuing its state of rest. We can call that this duster is in static equilibrium. And second example, you can take example of a plane flying up in the air. Even though many forces are acting on the plane, force of gravity, air friction, air resistance and many other forces are acting, even though many forces are acting, the plane continues to move with its constant velocity. That means the plane is in dynamic equilibrium. And there are two conditions for equilibrium to happen. This is very important. You can write it in notes. First condition for a body to be in equilibrium is that the resultant sum, the algebraic sum of all the forces acting on the body should be 0 always. That means any number of forces acting on the body should be equal to 0. Second one, the algebraic sum of moments of all the forces acting. Sum of moments means, you know the formula, moment is equal to force into perpendicular distance. So moment of force due to this force, moment of force due to this force, moment of force due to this force. The algebraic sum of all the moments acting on the body should also be equal to 0. So you can write it like this: moment of force 1 plus moment of force 2, moment of force 3 plus dot 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 should also be equal to 0. These are the two conditions for a body to be in equilibrium.